In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a 3-year strategy to get bulletproof credit and be able to invest into any business model that you want to invest into. And this is literally the exact strategy that I use to start my rental car business. And the first thing I'm going to be breaking down is the 3 tiers of credit card. Tier number 1 is secured credit cards. And what a secured credit card is basically when you give the bank money and they will give you the same amount of cash that you gave to them in a credit card form. And this isn't an unsecured credit card where they approve you for a specific credit card amount. Secured credit card, you basically will get in a credit card form based off of whatever amount of money you give to the bank, and that's a tier 1 credit card. A lot of people, whenever they apply for credit cards, they apply for any random credit card, which is why they get declined, is because they don't know the tier of credit card that they're applying for. For example, if you're a beginner, you might go apply for an American Express Platinum card, which is a tier 3 to tier 4 credit card. That is a very hard credit card to get approved for, depending on if you go business or personal side, but you have to understand the differences in the tiers of credit cards. So the first 12 months, if I were to give you a strategy on which credit cards to build for tier 1, I would choose Discover It Secure Credit Card and put as much money down as possible. People ask me all the time, BR, how much money should I put down on this credit card, this secure credit card? I always tell them as much money as possible. The more money you can put, the better, which means the higher the unsecured amount of this credit card will be. So if you put $500 into this credit card, obviously you're going to have a $500 spending limit. You'll get refunded that $500 at the end of your 6 months term. You'll also be able to be unsecured anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 because you put a big amount of money up front. Next will be Capital One. Capital One is also a great secured credit card, but keep in mind, you want to limit how much money you put down on this credit card because this company does not refund your money back for a secured credit card. And that will bring me to tier 2 of credit cards. This will be your 1 to 2 year plan for the secondary step of building your credit. You have the Chase Freedom Unlimited, the Capital One Savior Card, and number 3, my personal favorite, the American Express Blue Cash Everyday. This is literally my everyday personal use card that I use for everyday spending. And keep in mind, each card has its benefits. Whatever rewards benefit you, then go ahead and apply for those cards specifically. And I always recommend you apply for these cards anywhere from 3 to 5 months apart. Do not apply for these cards back to back to back because now you're going to look like a risk to the credit card companies and show them that you actually need the money very, very bad. So make sure you spread out your applications that you do apply for these cards in. And then last but not least, tier 3 is most likely going to be the highest tier credit cards. And most likely you're going to have pretty good built and structured credit card. So keep in mind, just because you have a high credit score does not mean your credit is good. Your credit has to be thick. It has to have a lot of accounts on your credit profile just to say that, okay, I have this credit score and it's this because it's actually stacked with positive credit history versus having a 700 credit score with nothing on your credit profile. Those two different credit profiles and credit scores hold completely different weights. So make sure you understand the difference between a 700 credit score that's a built credit profile and a 700 credit score that is a very thin profile. Tier number 3, you have the American Express Gold and Platinum credit card. Next is a Chase Sapphire Preferred. And last but not least, the Capital One Venture Card. These are tier 3 credit cards that are most likely you'll need to get approved after you've already built your credit score. And of course, that tier 3 comes after the 2 years of building your credit profiles with 1 year and 2 year credit cards. Next, if I were to be building a credit profile, I would go ahead and go to my local credit unions and get credit cards from my local credit unions. Local credit unions are the best for borrowing for beginner credit-friendly credit cards. And also they are very, very easy to get approved for high limits at that. And keep in mind, whenever you apply for these credit cards, you'll get 0 to 12 months no interest, meaning you will only have to pay a minimum balance every single month. These monthly fees might be $20, $30, $40 every single month, depending on what your credit card limit is. And then after the introductory period, the 12 months, 18 months, maybe 15 months, depending on what bank you're borrowing from, then the interest rate will kick in, and that is how much money you will be paying to each and every credit card on top of whatever you've already borrowed. And with this credit strategy, I was able to build a bulletproof system within my credit profile. That way I was able to start my rental car business and use my credit cards for down payments on these specific vehicles that I have on my rental car fleet. Now, if you want to see more about my rental car content inside of my YouTube vlogs, and I'll show you guys the exact step-by-step process on how I finance these cars and put big down payments using my credit cards. So if you want to learn more about building your credit, investing your credit, and how to exactly leverage your credit to build businesses and cash flowing assets, make sure you hit the subscribe button and comment down below what videos y'all guys would like to see next, and I will be glad to go ahead and bring you guys some new content, sit down content like this instead of my normal vlogging style. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next video.